guys, my name is Emma and today is day 23 of the 25 days of perspective. Today we're going to talk about manifestation. Every single thing that we think about, whether it's good or bad, or we're nervous or we're scared or feel guilty or shamed, that is the world that we manifest, the world that we create. If we're thinking positively, good things will happen because we're in a mindset to accept that reality into our world already. If we're constantly thinking, I'm going to be late to work, I'm going to miss the deadline, I'm going to miss the party, if you're always in this constant state of it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong because your mind can't create any other reality besides the one that you develop in your mind, because your reality reflects what is going on inside of you. So, manifestation and the idea of law of attraction, a lot of these different ideas are basically just saying we have the power, and we've always had the power to create the world that we want to live in. Think back throughout life. Was there times where you were able to think of something and it happened? Or did you wake up and you were in a bad mood and then the rest of your day was really bad? The second one probably happens more often because it seems like we live in a society where we are more inclined to think negatively, think this is going to go bad, this is going to go wrong, and we fall into this constant state of complaining. And if we look at the rest of the world, everybody is absolutely terrified constantly. We're scared of deadlines, scared of messing up, scared of mistakes, scared of failure, scared of just living life, scared of getting our heart broken, scared of being rejected, scared of so much constantly. And when we're scared of these things, we're constantly under the stress of these things. We hand over our power to them. We're scared about money, we're scared about the way we look, scared, terrified. The world always looks like it's ending. And if we've learned anything about 2020, is that the world can change overnight. It can change in a split second. And looking at all the things that we always look at, it seems like the world can only change for the bad. But that's only true because that's the way the mindset of the majority has always been. It's something's going to go wrong, something's going to go bad, something is going to mess it all up. But we never have positive spirals. We're always in a negative downward spiral of if we start thinking about one thing, we can go into 100 different ways that it could also go wrong. And not just that, but the rest of your day, the rest of your life, this one mistake is going to cost you your entire existence. And there's very little that we can't learn from and overcome and grow from. And who we decide to be in the next minute does not have to be the person that we were at the last minute. We have the ability, the choices that we make are not forever. That is the one thing that we know is going to change, is that what we think now is probably not what we're going to think in 10 years from now. And that's the goal, isn't it? You probably don't want to have the same mindset you do now for the rest of your life, partly because you might also be under that stress of what's going on, what is happening, and this constant stress, but also you hopefully want to continue to learn and to continue to grow and to expand in your career, in your relationships, in the way you see the world, in the way you experience the world, the places that you go, the people that you meet. You want that to change. You want those changes to come into your life. Yet we're terrified of these ideas and these thoughts because we keep rerunning the past. We keep letting the past influence us and the decisions that we make. Most of the times when an event occurs, if somebody didn't fill out the timesheet or the report wasn't sent in at the right time, that's the event that's happening. But usually our reaction to it is a set of behaviors that we've learned in an event that was similar to that in our past. So not only do we have to experience whatever problem it is that we're experiencing, but we're experiencing it through a lens of our past and how that is influencing what we're seeing right now. So we are always going to be in that state of panic and that the world is going to end and ruin if we don't change the way that we think. If we think that our behavior, our actions don't mean anything, I'm just one person, how could I possibly matter? Then that is the reality you're going to create. Then you are a person that doesn't matter, And that's not true. Every person matters. Every person is deserving of a life free from the oppression of others, free from the oppression of the thoughts of our past selves, who we are and who we were. And I encourage you to sit with yourself for a few minutes, for as long as you can, and really understand that whatever happened in the past, that person that you were, you probably grew from it. You probably learned from it. You're probably not the same person making those same mistakes. And you no longer have to carry the burdens of that past with you into the rest of your life. You can choose to let them go, and you can choose to move forward, because it is a choice. And every single time we fall captive to our past and reliving it, we're choosing to do that. Whether consciously or subconsciously, we're choosing to, either way. So we can make the conscious decision to say, you know what, this was my past, and I'm choosing to move forward and create a new path for me and for the rest of the world. Because the more mindsets we have that are scared and terrified and feel guilty and ashamed, the more we're creating of that. So if you want to see a world that is filled with hope and peace and love, it has to start with you, and it can only start with you if you let go of what was and manifest a new reality that we're all capable of doing. Manifestation, law of attraction, all of these different perspectives on the world have existed throughout history, throughout time, and I will link few documentaries down below, but there's so much out there. But it just starts with you accepting that your past can no longer be changed. Too many people spend way too much time wishing that they had a better past, and at the end of the day, it's made you who you are. Appreciate it, learn the lessons, and then let it go, because it holding you back is just preventing you from creating the world that you deserve to live in the mindset, and to manifest a world that you deserve to live in. So check those out. Thank you for being here, and have an amazing day.